Hello and welcome back to Sack to the Future. We are going for week number 16 now. I'm just fixing the uniforms here real quick as the Broncos will try to clinch their division against the Washington Redskins from 1960. There's the great uniforms of the Broncos. All right. The The Denver Broncos, of course, are 12-2. The Redskins are the reverse at 2-12. So you think the Broncos should have some luck in clinching their division today? Really? Look at Lionel Taylor, Bill Jessup, the key factors in today's game. The Redskins are actually rated higher than the Broncos overall as a team according to Madden ratings, but they both have pretty pathetic ratings actually. And the Broncos have been able to win a lot of close games. I was looking at the standings earlier, and the team that has stopped the Broncos from clinching so far is the Chargers, and the Chargers have actually scored more points and allowed less points than the Broncos. So the Broncos are doing it by winning close games, overtime games. And it's going to rain here in FedEx Field, which is where they're playing this because, of course, it's Madden 18. 2-12 team. They're pretty pumped up for this game. There's Trapuka getting some last minute look at a futurist. Oh, well, there's the first problem. So Mingo is the running back and the kicker. As a running back, he's out for the year. So forgot to take care of this before the game, but we'll do it now. He's not going to be able to be the kicker today. The punter will have to take care of that. But then you also have to do it here on... No, what am I doing? Kickoffs. He's a 52 at kicking off anyways. But he is injured, so he will not be the kicker today. There he is. See, he's out for the year as far as running back. So, fix that. Get back. Hopefully they won't make him do this kick. There we go. Herring's going to kick it off. And here we go. Broncos Redskins from Washington. Return brings it up to about the 30-yard line. And out comes the Redskins quarterback. No idea how to pronounce the last name. 7 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. So very reminiscent of a team that's 2-12. They come out in the pistol formation, do the Redskins. And, all right, Guglielmi, however you say his name. Apparently he's a running quarterback as he takes off for 13 yards on the first play of the game. A lot of the scores at the bottom are important. For us in particular, we wanted, well, actually for us and the Buffalo Bills, who have actually played their Week 16 game. That's the only Week 16 game that's been played. And that would be over on the Vinny X Wolf channel. But us two are both very important. That's the game that we want to look at. The Chargers and New York Titans. The Chargers, if they win and the Broncos lose, this division's still not over. On the other hand, the New York Titans and Buffalo Bills are tied with the same record. Just 2 games left to be played. The Colts you just saw down there taking on the Ravens. That is going to happen tonight on the Twisted Phoenix channel. And there's a screen set up. Good call. Gets a few yards, gets 8 of those yards back. Brings up 3rd and 10. See the one game that's final already. It looked like the Packers annihilated their opponents. So they are, I think, 11-4 now. Looking like they will make the playoffs as one of the few computer-controlled teams that will make the playoffs. Oh, come on. Another scramble. Another 10 yards. The biggest problem for the Broncos so far. It's been a while as the Broncos since I've played a running quarterback. And he is picking it apart so far. Garner in motion. A handoff this time, the conventional way to run, using the running back. And he gains a couple. Osler is the running back. Here you'll take a look at the offensive line for the Redskins. Bosler and Wolf are the running backs. Anderson, James. None of the names really scare you. This is, although this is not a semi-pro team as we're referring to them. This is an actual team from 1960, but it may be, well, at least from the NFL side, them and the Cowboys are probably the worst rated teams. On the AFL side, the Broncos are pretty bad as well, so this could still be a close game, even though the Broncos have beaten some better rated teams like the Dallas Texans. They even beat the New York Giants in that epic game earlier in the season. There you see the defense, Hardy Brown, Al Day, Pete Mangum. The starters are back at linebacker. The Goose has been here all season, and that's helped. Did it just... I don't know if I missed it, but it looks like... Hold on. I think... hopefully I missed it, but I think it was saying... Bernardi was not in there. He's got to be in there. Hold on, I have to know now because he's been pretty clutch this year. Is there an injury I forgot about? Oh, what? Well, who made him? Well, that's not going to happen. All right. I didn't do it on purpose, I guess. Maybe I think what happened is Mingo got hurt. I had to put him on IR, and I think I did the auto depth charts to fix the running backs. And I forgot to look all the way through it, and they benched Bernardi, who has been probably my best corner, so get him back in that starting lineup. So Detroit was taking on Cincinnati. Detroit, another team, computer team trying to get in the playoffs. That should be an easy win against 1-13 Cincinnati. I don't know that there's a winless team, so the 1-13 Bengals might be the worst. Out comes Frank Tripucka. All the numbers are good except for the 21 interceptions. That is absolutely ridiculous. One interception a game is not great, but that would still give you 16 for the year. He's already in the 20s. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, Mingo is out. He just went over 1,000 yards, and then he got hurt, and he's out for the rest of the season. So the Broncos will have to do it with Carmichael and Bell as the runners. There's the first carry for Carmichael, and he breaks a tackle or drags a man across the line. First down, not a bad way to start. Carmichael picks his way through a few more yards. Bring up a 2nd and 4. Oh, 45 jumped in front. Luckily it was not picked off. Go from the full house here. Nope, let's not. Where you at? Third and 4. And just out of the reach of number 83 into Carpenter's hands for a first down. Exactly the 4 yards they needed. The Broncos coming off their 2nd loss of the season when they were pretty well beaten by the Colts. Tripucka threw an interception at the end of the half on a Hail Mary attempt, so that doesn't bother anyone. But other than that, he also threw 3 other interceptions to the same man. The same corner had 3 picks. One, I believe, was returned for a touchdown. And if you take all those interceptions away, maybe it was a fairly close game. But, I mean, that's part of the game is the interceptions. So, all in all, the Colts, who have been red hot, by the way, took the Broncos down fairly easily. You got the way the Oilers are playing, they're going to have home field. But the Colts, if they were in any other division, they may actually be the 2nd best team over here in the, we're calling the AFC, even though in 1960 we all know it was the NFL and AFL, no AFC. Look at that, 41-0. That's what happens when you have Bart Starr, coached by Lombardi, and all them greats going up against a team that wasn't in the league yet. Now, if there are already Viking fans watching, you will know that the Vikings will be part of our league as a real team. Their ratings will significantly, well, there'll still be expansion, so it might not be that significant, but their ratings will certainly be better next year in 1961. Expansion teams are certainly better than semi-pro teams. In fact, these Broncos are basically considered an expansion team as the AFL started in 1960. Here's the Redskins defense. It's the first time I've seen them go through the defense before the offense, but whatever. The way the Broncos offense has played the last few games, I guess they deserve to not be announced to anyone. And there's the Chargers taking the lead on the Titans. So the Chargers, the AFC West continues to be the hardest division in the AFC. There's a nice completion to Carpenter again. Tripucka 3 of 4 so far. Last week 7 catches, 80 yards. So he wasn't the problem. On the year he's got over 800 yards. Very excited about getting that first down, as you saw. The Dolphins lead the the Dallas Texans. And the Dolphins, of course, are a semi-pro team, but they're using the quarterback that was cut from the Buffalo Bills. So a real quarterback with a semi-pro team trying to prove his way back into the league. You see a nice run by Bell. He actually started week 1. He was the starter. He has not started since then, but he has gotten some carries throughout the games. He's been 3rd string lately, but he's now 2nd string with Mingo being hurt. So yeah, that's a Carpenter. Slammed by 2 Redskins. 5 carries, 30 yards. Oh, that's tipped around. And luckily incomplete. Whenever that ball gets tipped in the middle of the field, it's always very dangerous. 3rd and 6. Completion to McNamara for the first. Rainy, sloppy day here in Washington has not really affected Chapuca. A couple of completions were just me throwing to the wrong guy. See if as the game goes on, if the wetness, wetness or hard hits will play a impact on the running backs, but that'll do it for the first quarter. No score. See, Chapuca's been on. No deep passes. Not necessarily a reflection of the weather, I just haven't called one. Play action. And is that caught by Taylor? It is. Touchdown. Lionel Taylor. Missed about 6 weeks in the middle of the year, but he's back. Been pretty decent before and after the injury. Just since he missed so many weeks, he's not reaching his season goals or anything like that. And there's the first extra point. Actually, not the first extra point of the season, but the first extra point since we've known that Mingo's not coming back. And he had no problem with that one, so hopefully Herring, being the kicker and punter, will not affect him at all. Here he puts this one back. That's a pretty nice kickoff. As a running back, Mingo will definitely be missed. As a kicker, maybe not so much. Ten seconds to go. Detroit and Cincinnati scoreless. No, and if you've been following along, you know that on this channel, besides the Broncos, I will also control the Chicago Bears, who have played twice against the Lions. And the Lions' defense is really good, but their offense is nothing special. So the fact that they're at 0-0 with the Bengals, a little bit surprising, but not too much. It would be surprising if the Bengals scored on them more than maybe a lucky field goal or something. Oh, there's a couple scores at the bottom. Atlanta, New England, or New Orleans. I don't know if that division's over, but again, we're playing 1960 teams. Rosters, ratings, correct for 1960, but we're in Madden 18, which means there's some teams that weren't around back then, including the entire NFC South. 4 teams: the Bucks, Falcons, Saints, Panthers. I mean, the Panthers won't be around for like 40-something years, but the rest of the teams are still not around for a while. You got a whole division there. Someone's got to make the playoffs. Right now, it looks like the Saints. I think the Falcons are in second, so if the Falcons can win that game, it might not be over. There you saw at the bottom of your screen the big user-user matchup coming up is the Browns, who are controlled by Brian Feltz. There's Mangum getting the quarterback down before he can take off running again. That technically is a sack. I was going to say Brian Feltz will lead his Browns in, who are 11-3. Against the undefeated Chicago Bears. The time has not been set for that yet, but it will be coming up in the next few days, hopefully. There he takes off again. It's 3 rushes, 32 yards for the quarterback, but he's short of the first, 4th and 1. Mangum with the stop again, so caught him on the left side of the offense for technically a sack. Catches him on the right side after a 9-yard gain. This punt is pretty good. Down at the 4-yard line. Very good punt there. Now, if you've been following along on the Brian Phelps channel and watching the Browns, you'll know if the Browns do that against the Bears. Got to be careful of the safety, as he is racking up the safeties off of good punts. Luckily, this is the computer, so even though I did the good punt, I'm not afraid of the safety. Instead, I just do a simple run, and they let me get a first down. Another handoff and another couple yards. 8 carries, 45 yards now on the day. 7-0 Broncos. Rico will drop back to pass. Underneath the Jessup, not much, maybe nothing. There's a diving catch by Carpenter. Nice play. The throw wasn't exactly there, but Carpenter leapt and made a nice catch of it. Oh, and just an update from the scheduling there. You see from Vinny. Again, Vinny controls the Colts, but it's on the Twisted Phoenix channel. And I previously had said that they would be on following this game tonight. It has actually been switched to tomorrow morning. So Monday morning, you'll see the Colts and Ravens. See if the Colts can continue their now, what is it, 8-game winning streak. Broncos trying to bounce back from that. We'll just call it a game against the Colts. There's Bell getting a carry. 2 carries, 18 yards. So Bell has stepped up his performance a little bit in the absence of Mingo. Eleven runs, 9 passes so far. There's Bell again getting the first down. 3 carries, 21 yards now. Late second quarter, Lions and Bengals are still scoreless. There's Bell, spins, bounces off a tackler. It's a couple more yards. Carmichael fighting through one tackle, and then drags another man all the way to the first down marker. A heck of a run by Carmichael. Gets the first down right before the 2-minute warning. There's a priority alert. That's the game we care about. The Titans now took the lead on the Chargers. So if the Broncos fail here, the Titans might be able to clinch the division for them. Whew. 43 got his hand in there to knock it away. And then you see there, of course, Vinny, as the Bills owner, is certainly rooting for the Chargers to win that game, whereas we're rooting for the Titans. So definitely a game that's got the league's attention. Third and 3. What are we going to come up with here? Give it to Carmichael. No, it's play action, and he's in trouble, and he's going down. Well, that'll push us out of field goal range. We're not going to make the punter attempt one from that far away. So let's see. Let's do what is happening. I want to do fake punt. It's going to be too strong. Yep, Mingo is out. I saw him about to kick it off actually to start the game, so I made the change there. Of course, he's on IR as a running back, but we benched him on the kickoffs and field goal kicking, so the punter, Herring, will be doing all the kicking today. All right, 44 seconds to go. He's been better as a kicker than a punter today, but his regular job punting, he went way too deep on that one. The Redskins get it to 20. Oh, beautiful read, but he couldn't come up with the interception. Bring up a 2nd and 10. There's the tackle inbounds. Timeout from the Redskins. 36 seconds left. Broncos holding on to a 7-point lead. That's knocked away, I believe. Yes, it is. That'll bring up 4th down. And depending where the Broncos get the ball, they might still be able to get points in this half. There's a flag. They're at the 30. Nope, it's coming back to the 27. Holding on the routine team. There you see the Saints at 6 and 8. Actually, at 6 and 8, I think they've already clinched that division of scrubs or semi-pro teams. But the one team that could maybe catch them is the Falcons, and the Saints are beating the Falcons. Oh, the Chargers took the lead against the Titans 14-10. Jack Kemp probably responsible for that. Trapuka going for it all. It's tipped up, and no one's going to catch that one. Jump ball. Defended well. There he hits Taylor up to the 45-yard line. It's 10 seconds. They have their timeouts, but that's not really the problem. Uh-oh, that looks like it's going to be intercepted. It's not. It just fell down to no one, but I threw it. I had a bad feeling about it. Let's just Hail Mary it and see what happens. Tripucka did this at the end of the first half last game. It was picked off. It's not, of his 22 interceptions, it's the one that bothers me the least. But it still was another one. What? The offensive lineman. Oh, no. Okay, he got taken down. I thought my offensive lineman just ran into me and made the throw go nowhere near anything. But it was defensive pressure. So, it's halftime. Broncos lead, but it's only 7-0. And there's the Chiefs, or the Dallas Texans, if you will, struggling with the semi-pro Miami Dolphins. It was raining all first half. Didn't seem to affect the footing on. I think there was one play I saw where my receiver slipped on this cut. But other than that, I have not really seen any effects of the rain. There's a completion to Carpenter again. 9 of 15, 85 yards now. The important thing is Tripucka has not thrown the interception that he has thrown in so many of these games. And that goes nowhere. Trying to get the fullback, Allen, involved. And he goes backwards. Third and 3. It's completion to Carpenter again. Carpenter definitely Tripucka's favorite target today. And there's a completion to Taylor. Tripucka starting to get on a little bit of a groove. 11 of 17 for the day. And that's Taylor again. Back-to-back completions to Lionel Taylor. He's now up to 5 catches for 55 yards. Chargers regain the lead 21-13 against the New York Titans. That's bad news for the Broncos, but great news for the Buffalo Bills so far. Oh, come on. Guys on each side. More importantly, there's an injury. It does not need to be on Carmichael. Already down one running back. Who was it on? Who's the injury? Carmichael's still in there, okay. Nobody would get open. Tripucka, not the fleet of foot quarterback that the Redskins have. Basically just turns into a statue and gets hammered. But at least he showed the discipline to not throw an interception. I wish I knew how to just throw it out of bounds. I think it's like, I don't know, I thought it was like RB and triangle or something, but when I did it before, it didn't work. So, should probably look that up before we start getting into the playoffs. That completion to McNamara is going to come up a couple yards short. Oh, it's Taylor. It's Taylor, bruised his shoulder on the running play. Here's the punter and made kicker. Puts that through. It was close, but at least he didn't screw it up. Herring now, extra point and a field goal. Oh, okay. His bar goes, I think he's actually better on the kickoffs than Mingo was. So his bar is a little bit slower. And I'm pushing the button too early. Saw down below the Bills took a lead against the Patriots 10-7. So with the Bills on top and the Titans losing again. The Titans started off so well. I think they were like 7-1 at one point. Now they're 8-6. And they're losing again today. So just trying to hand the division to the Bills. See if the Bills will finally take it. Now the Chargers are a good team, so it's not some of the scrubs the Bills. A couple weeks ago, or maybe it was last week, the Bills, not Bills, the Titans actually lost to a semi-pro team. Just showing you how much problems they're having. There's the promoter, Don King, comes in, gets his second sack of the game. 5th sack total. 3 by the Broncos, 2 by the Redskins. There's Bossler's only his 4th rush of the day. I believe the quarterback has scrambled more than the running back has carried the ball. From the shotgun, 3rd and 19. Let's see. And he'll throw it to the running back, but he has to, the momentum takes him out of bounds. So it's a gain of nothing. 4th and 19, Redskins will punt again. Only 3 minutes to go. The Redskins, besides the quarterback scramble, really have no threat to do anything, which is fine. Absolutely fine with me in this game. Not sure why McNamara was doing the punt return. Carmichael runs into a Redskin, carries him a yard for a total of 2 yards. .222 yards for the Broncos, 75 for the Redskins. On the ground, you saw it was 91-39. That's complete to Taylor, who's got that bruised shoulder. I hope every time he comes up a little bit slow. Nervous, but there he's thanking the man upstairs for surviving that hit, I guess. There's the Dallas Texans finally putting the lead on the Dolphins. That's not good for us either, though. However, the Texans have been eliminated as far as the division goes. We only care about the Chargers. That's a Redskin return. Click. Okay. All right. He is holding his wrist. Holding his wrist. Most likely is going to be an ankle injury. There's not Taylor. Taylor is on the other side. That's Carpenter. Carpenter with a nice gain. Broncos trying to put the game away here if they can get a touchdown in the extra point. A 3-score lead should be enough against these Redskins. Carpenter only a yard on that one. Oh, that's stupid. I saw... That's where a mobile quarterback is an advantage. Tripucka stands back there. I know I can't run with him because he's slow as molasses. I went to throw to Taylor, and for the first time, I was just saying how the rain never affected anything. Taylor slipped, went to the ground as I pushed the button. So, and that's not what the interception was for. But when that happened, I pushed the button and he didn't throw it. So luckily Tripucka saw him slipping, even though I didn't. So then, with only one receiver really en route, instead of just holding on to it and getting sacked, I tried to force it to Carpenter, who's covered by about 7 Redskins. Stupid. Just stupid, my fault. And then I do that. Alright, we got to get the head out of you-know-what and start playing here before we throw the division and everything away. There's a nice throw by the Redskins quarterback to nowhere. Okay. So again, if you've been following around Sack to the Future, or you're just joining us now and you are excited for the playoffs, we're in Week 16. The Bills, as you saw some of the score highlights at the bottom, the Bills have played their game against the Boston Patriots. That's over on the Vinny X Wolf channel. And that's the only one so far. But then tomorrow morning on the Twisted Phoenix channel, the Colts will be in action. The John M channel will have both the Giants and Oilers. Not sure exactly what time that'll be, but should be within the next week, or certainly within the next 10 days. You should see both of those games. And then Brian Feltz will be bringing you the Cowboys and the Cowboys game. He'll be bringing you that one. I'm not sure what time. But then the big one is the Bears and Browns right here on the Phantom Fighter channel. If you want to see it from the Bears perspective, go to Brian Feltz. If you want to see it from the Browns perspective. And there you just saw Guglielmi fall when he was dropping back. So the rain has definitely become more of an issue here in the late third and now fourth quarters. But I was going to say that Bears-Browns game is probably the highlight game of the week. And that one is, I'm going to say, at least a week away. Whenever the humans, you have to make sure both schedules are working, and it's just, that'll most likely be the last game of the week is what I'm trying to say. Hopefully it won't be too far from now. I'm sure it'll still be within the month of May, but while you're waiting for that one, you can certainly check out all these other games I mentioned, starting tomorrow with the Colts. There's Carmichael, gets hit, but at least he falls forward. Broncos taking off some time. 6:25 to go in the game. 10-0 Broncos. And of course he leads him out of bounds. All right, well, here's the first attempt for Herring as a real distance, not a chip shot. They avoided kicking the 50-yarder with it, but from 44, it's up. It's short. All right. So there you see the problem. He pounds the kickoffs deep into the end zone. But for some reason, when he becomes a place kicker, he just can't get the distance on the field. That's at least 8 yards short. 44. What are you talking, 36? His range might be 36 yards, and Mingo's gone for the year. I don't even know if somehow the Broncos made the Super Bowl. He's still not coming back. So that is going to be a problem. Oh, man, I did not realize. Well, you know what? The Broncos are just going to have to score touchdowns. And then you see below the Chargers, the Titans are within striking distance, 28-20. 28-20. Titans still have a chance there. From the animations, it looked like number 23 was completely concussed on that one. He just fell, like a dead man's fall at the end of that play. But of course, he popped right back up, no problem. So it's got to be a run, 3rd and inches. It's not. It's play action. They tricked me, but Guglielmi, whatever his stupid name is, missed his receiver by about 9 yards. 4th and inches. This is most likely the play of the game right here. Browns blitzing, Days blitzing. He takes off, leaves his feet like a cannonball, slams into the defenders, gets the first down. Nice effort. I mean, yes, I realize they're my opponents, but that was a nice effort by the guy, Bossler. And there's the quarterback taking off running. Another first down. 5 rushes, 51 yards. That has been their best play. They need points on this drive or the game's pretty much over. And they're getting close to field goal range already. So you gotta take off again? No, I stay home. And as a thrower, he's only 50%. As a runner, he's very dangerous. See if we can put some spies on him. Let's go here, make Mangum spy him. There you go. It's a handoff, but Mangum was spying him, so he takes out the running back. If it would have been a pitch, he would have been screwed. See if Gavin could get a rush in there. Oh, there he goes. Brown stops him. Fourth and 11 from the 45. 4th and inches was the game, but now this 4th and 11 is the game. Let me put a spy on there. Don't want to let him pick it up on the quarterback scramble. They'll throw it, and it's dropped. The Redskins have no passing attack. See, Carmichael started well, has done nothing since. But he's going to finish it. As we should be into a run-heavy offense at this point. Give it to him, and again, just another yard. Redskins have definitely clamped down on their rush defense. Three and a half to go. Carmichael fighting, gets close to the first down. And he does reach 500 yards for the game, or for the season. 500 yards for the game. Yeah, that would probably get the Redskins thrown out of the league. And there's Jessup making the catch, getting his feet down before he goes out of bounds. Does stop the clock at 3:01, but it was a first down. There you go. The Boston Patriots have now taken the lead on the Bills. How is that one going to end? You'll have to check it out on the Vinny X Wolf channel, but you can see from the highlight below, it is a close game in the fourth quarter. How did it get there? How's it going to end? Vinny X Wolf channel, that's how you find out. The Chargers and the Titans are also in a close game. Carmichael does not get to the first down marker. 3rd and 1 coming up. This is an important play here. There's no way he's making the kick from here, so I definitely need the first down. Oh no! What are you doing? Taylor was running it in. Tripucka threw it to the sidelines. The only one there is the Redskin. Oh my gosh, what just happened? A sure win for the Broncos has now turned into anything but. It's Tripucka with the interceptions. It was an in pattern. He breaks in. Tripucka for no reason. Well, there you see the Broncos are beating themselves 10-6. Unbelievable, Tripucka. The in pattern. Right as he breaks, I hit the button. Tripucka apparently thought it was an out pattern. He throws it towards the sidelines where, of course, the only man standing there is the guy that was looking at the quarterback. Had he been looking at the receiver, he would have followed him in. But he was in zone coverage. You could see Tripucka's throwing it right at him for no apparent reason. He takes it back for a touchdown. And now the kickoff returns only to the 16. The momentum has definitely swung. The momentum has definitely swung. And now Carmichael and the other Broncos are going to have to dig deep, put this 2-12 team away. 4:16 to go. The Lions and Bengals are scoreless. The Hall of Fame defense and the semi-pro defense are not up at double shutouts. Another injury. That's against the Redskins, though. They were probably going to call timeout anyways. They were all over the run. Well, if I was playing the Broncos, I would definitely make Tripucka throw to beat me. So it is not surprising that the Redskins are going all-out run defense. They want me to throw it again. Another interception would put them in field goal range unless they turned it, and they'd win the game. Not going to give them what I want. I'm going to run it hard with Carmichael. There's 4 Redskins there, though. Another injury. And that injury was... No, I'm sorry. That was not an injury. That was the called timeout. Okay. So... 100 seconds left in this one. You've got... the Broncos up by 3. Tripucka throws the ball nowhere near the pattern. But I have to throw on 3rd and 10, don't I? Let's see. Nope, he gets sacked. Better than an interception, though. Redskins had the blitz on. I actually never saw it. Oh, the New York Titans. Now that's interesting. 4th quarter, New York Titans down by 8. They go ahead and kick the field goal. But I guess there's 4 minutes left. They kick the field goal. It's 28-23 now in that one. In this one, the Broncos have not clinched their division yet. They are in the playoffs, so that part's safe. But they're not the division winners yet. They were up 10-0 just a minute ago. Tripucka throws it right to the defender. And they're lucky that's not called. Fair catch clearly signaled for. The Bronco guy just takes him down anyway. That could have been 15 yards. Man. Broncos are falling apart. You know, I feel like this is the time for Bernardi to make an interception and end this game. He's the one that usually shows his clutchness. Guess who it is? Frank Bernardi. And they want me to bench that guy. Yeah, he's small, but every time the Broncos start losing their way, Bernardi saves them. Every time. You can look back on the games on this channel. You can go to Vinny X Wolf channel and see the full playlist. But it's Bernardi who always comes through when the rest of the team starts losing their mind. I don't care about ratings. Yeah, he's like a 72 or something. I don't care. I don't care about he's 5'7" or whatever he is. He just knows how to ice the game. And there's Carpenter running into a couple guys, including his own. Should do it after another handoff or two. Carpenter gets a few more yards. Yeah, I think Bernardi should be in the Pro Bowl. I mean, I haven't looked at his stats. He's got to have at least 5 or 6 interceptions. But, I mean, he's just... You can just feel it's Bernardi time when the Broncos start trying to throw the game away. Bernardi has saved them at least 4 or 5 times this year. But that'll do it. Broncos survived the 2-12 Redskins, 10-7. Tripucka, you were basically a Redskins player. I don't know why he gets the camera on him. They should be talking to Bernardi, the real hero of the game. Carpenter did all right as the running back. We'll take a look. There's the score. We do have Broncos Redskins now, not Broncos. But a very low scoring game in the rain. The rain definitely did play an issue in the last quarter and a half. Completion from earlier and a big hit. Are they going to show Bernardi ice the game? That better be in the highlights. Tripucka and his touchdown pass. There's another touchdown pass of Tripucka's. Touchdown pass to each team in the game. They don't show Bernardi, of course. Always overlooked. Broncos dominate stats, but they turn it over twice. Almost cost them. Bernardi, with the one takeaway of his own, seals the deal. Broncos win the division, 13-2. Extreme outside chance of still getting home field, but they clinch the division, and now if the Browns lose a game, they will have a bye. So, thanks for watching. Until next time, I'd certainly catch the rest of the games this week on the other channels. Twisted Phoenix tomorrow. Brian Feltz will have a couple coming up. I'll have one more against Brian Feltz as the Bears against the Browns. And then John M. will give you both the Giants and Titans. I'm sorry, the Houston Oilers at this time. All exciting games, all playoff impactful games. This is Sack to the Future 1960, Week 16. And we'll see you later.